Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Jared Lee, and I'm joined, as usual, by my lovely wife, Jamie Lee. So, Jamie, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Jared. How are you?
I'm doing good. Since our last episode, our country and ourselves are 1 year older.
Yes.
I feel much wiser now.
Do you?
Nah, not really. I do not feel 42. I'll put it that way.
Well, you don't look 42.
Thank you. I look 56.
No. No, sir. Yeah, it's crazy. It's fun because our birthdays being around the 4th, it feels like everybody's celebrating America and us, but not really. But it just feels that way.
In my mind, I am assuming everyone's shooting off fireworks due to our birthdays. That's, completely. Totally. Well, speaking of, hopefully everybody had a good 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. It was on a Friday, I will say.
Yes.
And our neighborhood, as usual, went nuts with fireworks. And our children were not having it.
Ooh, our son.
Our daughter as well.
Long.
Well, our neighbors that our daughter, plays with their kids, and we're friendly with them. So we went down there, and they had somebody in their group had bought a large amount of fireworks. I think they said they spent like $400. So they had some really big fireworks. Yeah. So the kids were having a good time with the sparklers and the little stuff that kids do. And then they brought out the big stuff. And our kids were not. Our son was like, not doing this. So he went in the house. And then our daughter was struggling with. She was like, it's like she had FOMO. She was like battling FOMO and not liking the fireworks. One of the fireworks was really loud, and then she was like done. So both of our kids went inside. One of the other kids went inside. So after the fireworks were done, they came back out. But yeah, it was kind of a thing there.
It was because it was those like $100, I swear they're $100 fireworks that look like industrial fireworks like you'd see at Disney, and we were shooting them off in front of the house, and they were going like right above us, and that is so loud.
It is loud.
So loud. And I'm like, why don't I have headphones for my children? We will be getting them now because, again, I don't want this to happen again. But
listen,
our son was holding a sparkler. And when the first one, like the really, really loud one went off, he was holding a sparkler, and he started to panic, and he was starting to like put his hands over his ears. And Jared just like, oh, no, and took the sparkler real fast. And then he kind of did a little panic thing because he has very sensitive hearing for some pitches and everything. So he was about to melt down. So I was like, okay, we're going to go inside. Let's go. And then we calmed down inside. And then I was like, do you want to go back out? He's like, no more fireworks. No more fireworks. I was like,
in his defense,
fair enough.
In both of their defenses, they were very loud.
Yes,
they were very, very loud. And like even our neighbors, like one of their daughters went inside too, because it was a lot going on. It was a lot, but it was a good time though. It was just kind of made some burgers and
s'mores,
hung out a little
bit.
We did. A campfire in the middle of July. That's what the girls wanted to do, so we did that. I'm not saying it was a relaxing campfire when it's already 94 degrees and you have a campfire going, but...
It wasn't 94. It was like 79 that night. It was nice.
It was 79?
Yeah.
Well, either way, it was still very humid.
It was like 10:30.
It was still very warm for a bonfire in July, but the girls everybody had a good time, so it was nice. Hopefully everybody had a good 4th, and we just kind of had low-key birthdays, so...
Yeah.
Doing all that, and then July is continually busy because our kids' birthdays are also in July. So
it's true.
Just all the birthdays happen in July. So, but yeah, so that was a good time. But we do have some news to talk about, and then we're gonna have a review of Rosa Mexicano. And when I say we, I mean Jamie, because she went and ate here. But we were gonna review this, as this is a restaurant that I've heard a lot of people talk about. So I'm very curious. We haven't. So funny thing is, on this show, like, when you go do things or I go do things, we actually don't talk about it that much to each other.
No.
Because we save it for the show.
This is literally the first thing he'll hear about it.
Yeah, so I actually don't know what your thoughts are on this. So I learn along with the audience. So we're all
I'm saving it for you guys out there.
We're all participating here. But that's what we're going to talk about today. But before we do that, just want to remind everybody, if you are watching us on YouTube, please like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you would not mind. And if you're not watching us on YouTube and you would like to, you can find video versions of the podcast over on CTM Podcast, over on YouTube, of course. And if you're listening on good old trusty audio podcast that's been around for ever since America was founded, I believe. You can find us on all the major platforms there. We are on all those. Just ask you to please subscribe and leave us a review if you're able to. We greatly appreciate that. Helps us continue to grow the show around here. So, all right. Well, our first news story is sadly, the Liberty Belle Riverboat, the Rivers of America, and Tom Sawyer Island are now all officially closed as of this Monday.
Yeah, they are closed. Crews are already seen around the area getting ready for demo, and construction walls are going up already. Funny enough, this is okay. I know why they did it, but it just looks really funny to me. So the exit ramp from when you get off of the riverboat and then you go back out into like Liberty Square, it's like a little rock wall. And you walk up, right? Well, it's usually just like a rope like across it to close it when it's not running or whatever. But they put a door.
I think this door should be the launch of like 1,000 memes because it doesn't make any sense.
But like the door, okay, it's confusing because there's a door up in between this like rock wall that only hits you about waist high, maybe like chest high.
Yeah, you could hop that thing.
Jump over it.
You could hop that thing in a quick second.
So at first I was like, oh, this is not AI. I thought it was completely fake at first.
It seems rather silly.
It's so funny though. It looks so funny.
Yeah, it's a strange look.
I know. It was an interesting choice, but I was like, I don't know how else they would have done that, like blocked it off. But anyway.
I mean, I feel like there's other things you can do than putting a random door that goes to nowhere in the middle of a theme park.
I'm like, Monsters Inc. door.
Behind that door, I feel like it's like in Wayne's where you open that door and you just see like a fight breaking out. He's like, I've always wanted to do that. There's just who knows what's behind that door. You're never gonna know. But
the Magic Kingdom park map has already been updated without all of that stuff there. And the railroad has also begun running their modified route with Stitch. He has been added to the narration that goes from Main Street to Fantasyland Station, and then it just goes right back to Main Street. And they do have the swivel benches. They can go backwards and forwards. Not swivel, but like some of them go forward, some of them go backwards, and it depends on where you're sitting. But if you stay on the train going both ways, you'll sit backwards at least once.
Right.
If that makes sense.
What do you think about Stitch being on the train? I feel like there's certain things like that have more historical, like obviously the railroad's connected to Walt, like old timey feel, like I kind of have this thing, like I understand I understand their thinking maybe, but I don't like necessarily just injecting popular things just into parts of the park that have more historical value to me. I feel like it's kind of like it just comes across to me as kind of like a cheap thing.
Okay, so instead of Stitch, you're thinking something more like
just keep it how it has been. I mean, to me,
well,
I don't know.
Okay, well, I mean, I think they did it just because of the changing routes.
Oh, I get it. And Stitch is popular, and I get it, kids. I'm not. There's just certain things sometimes we're just like, do we need to do that? But
yeah, I mean, at least they're doing this. I think they thought. Honestly, I think they looked at it like when we closed the station for like 5 years when Tron was under construction. We can't do that again.
Yeah, that would have been.
So let's figure this out, and this was their solution. I mean, like it's something, but the train ride from Fantasyland to Main Street is not that long.
It is not very long.
It's just a few minutes. So
now, are they going to have a train stop when they get Villains Land done? Like, are they going to have one in Villains Land?
I mean, if they relocate the track, going like around Villains Land, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think they have any plans to.
Well, we don't really know. Like, okay, according to plans, like we know where construction is going on, like where they're putting construction stuff and everything. We don't know exactly where it's going to, like where it's going to end and begin on the in Magic Kingdom. Does that make sense? So like, we don't know how far back it's going to go. We don't know like all of that stuff. Right now, it looks like it goes. I mean, it goes right behind Big Thunder.
Yeah.
And I mean, are they going to take that out and then put it around? It's a great question. I don't know.
They haven't said specifically, but
I don't know.
Who knows? But I will. Tell me what you think about this. Both Muppet Vision 3D closed down and Rivers of America. Rather, I think you can make an argument. It comes across as a little bit. I don't know if mean-spirited is the word. But when you talk about the Rivers of America, I've talked about it many times. It has a connection to Walt, opening day part of the park. obviously the ambiance and the waterways and things like that. But giving people 30 days notice, not having any sort of, going away merchandise or a big thing. As much as Disney likes to monetize every aspect of their theme parks that they can, I find it strange that both Muppet Vision and Rivers of America are closing down and there's no celebration about it. And you're even seeing at Universal, Rip Ride Rocket, which is not a beloved ride necessarily. They have, going away merchandise for that. I just find it very strange. And I don't know if it's because they don't want to. I think on some level, Disney understands that this change they're making at this point, obviously we'll have to wait and see what it all looks like when it's done. But at this point, most people are not in favor of this change. I think that's pretty safe to say.
I don't want to say the word. I don't want to say most.
I think if you polled most people that are like go to theme parks or into Disney World, I don't think most people would want to see the rivers go away. I think there's people that are excited for a new thing coming, but I don't think they're excited about the rivers going away. But my whole point is, I wonder if Disney doesn't want to make a big deal about it, because then it would showcase how many people really do enjoy this and they don't want it to go away. And they're kind of wanting it to, get this done so we can just start on a new construction and move along. That's kind of how it seems to me that they're kind of like doing. And same thing with Muppets.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I think it may have been more of a thing where they didn't know exactly when they were going to close it until a month ago and weren't ready for merchandise.
Well, but you already announced. I mean, they knew this was coming at some point.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, you're right. I mean, like it could be that, like maybe.
I just think when you have something that historical, relevance to the park, it has the connections to Walt. There's numerous footage out there of Walt talking about how much he loved the frontier and the storytelling of the Wild West and the American spirit and all these things. And it seems like it's just uprooted, out, gone, and we're moving on. And I don't know. To me, I've talked about many times, I think it's a mistake to remove the rivers. I understand probably they're doing it because the rivers need some repairs. They don't want to spend the money to do that. But at the same time, I feel like a little bit more acknowledgement of what this area of the park was, it would have been a good look. It seemed to me that they don't understand. To me, it's like they're just taking out a playground and being like, well, it's just a playground. We're just getting rid of it and putting something new in here, and not recognizing the importance or the relevance it has to some people.
I think that they do that a lot, though. They make changes to. I mean, if you look at Disneyland, for example, they don't have Carousel of Progress anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have People Mover. We have both of those things still. So people that are in Disneyland are like so excited when they come to Disney World because they get to do both of those.
Well, they tried to turn People Mover into a roller coaster.
Rocket rods.
That backfired really badly.
So like, I don't know if, again, like it's hard because if something was going in that wasn't so cartoonish, because like Cars is it's computer generated, it's Pixar, it's cartoonish. If it was something different that was replacing it, I don't know, I may feel differently. Am I excited for Cars? No, not really. Like I'm more encouraged about the whole national park thing. So I hope it looks like it fits. Like when it's all done and said and done, I hope it looks like it fits in Magic Kingdom. But it's going to completely change the way we see that side of the park.
Oh, I've talked about it. I don't think people understand how much of a change this is going to be. Like taking out the rivers is going to affect how Haunted Mansion feels. It's going to affect how Big Thunder Mountain feels. It's going to affect entire Frontierland, Liberty Square. Like that whole area is going to feel very different once this is done.
Yeah.
And I've talked about it many times. Like one thing I love about Epic Universe is the fountain and the fact that there's an area of the park where you can just relax and take a beat. Yeah. And that is what is being lost here. And I like the idea of the National Forest, National Park theming. You lose me completely when you bring Cars into it. And then the real question I have is like, who's it for? Because a lot of people will say, well, it's for kids. Well, okay. Well, Cars is not a brand new franchise. And it's not like you're putting Lightning McQueen into this land. You're putting this extended universe story of cars in here. So I don't really buy the thing like that it's directly for kids. And I don't think it's for adults. Like, I don't really know who this new land is for.
Well, you have to also remember, like, I mean, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, that came out in the 1930s, and they did a brand new ride about it in 2014. Same thing with Little Mermaid. They put a Little Mermaid dark ride in what was it, 2013? And it had been out for a long time.
But what do those two things have in common that this new land does not?
They're princesses?
No, it is featuring the characters from the movies that they're putting in here. This new land, it's not like you're having Lightning McQueen in here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's just that would be like saying,
is there not? Is he not in
as
it
far
at
as I
all?
know, it's supposed to take in the Frontierland. So I don't know how you would, and they haven't mentioned. They've got different characters. Like, I don't know if he's supposed to be in here or not.
Oh yeah,
But
I haven't heard anything. Okay.
Like, it'd be like doing a Snow White roller coaster, but you base it off of extended characters that were never in those movies. Like, that's the point that I don't get. I think, to me, I would much rather have seen Radiator Springs. I think if Radiator Springs was going in here, I would be much more on board with this, because at least you know what that is, and that's something that is a great thing from the movies. But yeah, I've talked about it before. I'm sad to see it go. I think it's a bigger change than what many people think. I think it's a lot of the heart of Magic Kingdom is what kind of set. And one thing that Disney has that Universal and other competitors don't is their history and their lineage. And I feel like this is just ripping that right out to try and basically compete with having new offerings. And I think if they continue down this road, you're just going to rip out all the things that have made Disney so different and unique. Is they have a Walt, they have history, they have legacy. And removing this is just, it's gone. And you're losing that part of the park, and it's going to be a huge change. And like I said, the new land could be great. It could be fun, but I still think you could have done this and kept the rivers and kept that history and not changed the entire dynamic of this part of the park. Mm-hmm. And I do know there were multiple, like, I have people that have told me that work inside of the company that they were presented with different versions to be able to keep the rivers or part of the rivers, keep the riverboat, and all of them were turned down. So they had alternative ways they could have done this, and they were just gung-ho on getting rid of it all. So we'll see, but I still think it's sad to see it go. I love the riverboat.
We'll see. It's going.
Well, that's what I said. We'll see about what comes in and how it looks and feels, but it's just mentally, it's very hard for me to imagine that area of the park without the rivers. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just going to seem so strange.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very different. For me, it's going to, my sight line. I have a thing where, like, when I'm looking, like, out, especially like Epcot, for example, if you're in like World Showplace, or like you're right at the edge, like we're at the front, like where you go across between like the old Future World and into World Showcase, you can see all like the countries, you see the water. It's like big open space. For me, very soothing. Mm-hmm. Same thing with like Hollywood Studios. You go to Echo Lake, there's Gertie. Big open space. Mm-hmm. Festival, I was going to say Festival Lion King, but no, Animal Kingdom. You have Rivers of Light, even though that's not being used right now. Big body of water. Very smoothing. There you can see Everest, and it's like all out there. With Magic Kingdom, with Rivers of America, it was nice to come across the bridge into Liberty Square, and then you're like, look at this.
Well, and especially like at night,
and there's Big Thunder.
I don't know how many times we were there at night, and like you just walk around, like you hear the riverboat going in the background. It was just such a soothing, nice part of the park where you could just, I don't know, there is something nice. Maybe as I've gotten older, of like, I do enjoy a good view and a place to just relax, and a good body. I mean, and bodies of water do have calming effects. They've actually proven this. Yeah. Psychologically, like it has a calming effect. It actually has a cooling effect. So I think not only is this area going to look different, I think this whole area is going to be much hotter.
I think too, sorry to go on this conversation here, but I think one of the big things is appealing to taking out the water and taking out the boat and everything is to be able to have another entrance exit from like Big Thunder. Because if they're filling all that in, to be able to walk over there
Yeah.
another way, and that's really needed.
It is. I just look at I just think there were ways in which to do it that could have saved it, and they were just. I think their main thing here is they just didn't want to keep the rivers for probably the cost of it.
Maybe.
But it's unfortunate.
Yes.
But either way, Magic Kingdom is going to be under construction for a long time.
Long time.
A very, very long time.
And so will Hollywood Studios. Hopefully Epcot's done for a while, but I don't know.
They still got the in-ground lighting issue they got to work out, so I don't know if that one's done yet or not. But
and then Dinoland and all that stuff. Lots of construction.
Yes, lots of construction. You know what's funny is even the people inside of Disney that I talk to will literally tell me, and they'll just say, yeah, we're pretty envious of how quickly Universal builds.
Mm-hmm.
I had one literally yesterday was texting me and told me the exact thing. He goes, yeah, they build they build so much faster. I was like,
they do.
Yeah. So that's one of my big questions about this is not only what is going to go in here, but like how long is all this going to take? Because I mean, if you just look historically at Disney construction, it is not swift. They typically take a while for these things. So
it's true.
Obviously, we will find out from now until 2035 and see where it all stands.
Goodness.
Maybe it'll all be done by then, but we will see. But all right. Next news story we have is Disney has released what is coming to the parks this Christmas, which actually they did this last year, didn't they?
What do you mean?
Like announced it this soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So actually, this is later than the last 3 or 4 years that they've done like the Christmas party announcement and all that stuff. This is actually a little bit later.
Okay.
So, so buckle up. There's a lot of information here. The season officially begins for the holidays, November 14th and runs through December 31st. Now, I will say 31st, but really like the decor, it's up for another like week and a half, 2 weeks after December 31st.
Yeah, it usually runs a little bit into January.
It's usually until after the marathon.
Yeah.
Now, all of these things are returning this year that I'm going to mention, and there's a few things that are like new about them, but we'll go into that. So the first thing is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is coming back. Not a shock. There are 25 dates. There were 25 last year. I'm not going to read all of them, but the first party date is November 7th, and the last is December 21st. Tickets go on sale July 16th for resort guests and July 22nd for everyone else. So coming up next week, you'll be able to buy your tickets for that if you've already booked your hotel. If you have not, you'll have to wait until the following week. And everything else in the party is the same as last year, except for like the food and drinks and stuff they offer. But what is new this year is that Mickey and Minnie are meeting together in Town Square Theater as they are during the Halloween party. That's like a new change they're making.
Okay.
So everything else is pretty much the same.
All right.
Then Disney Jollywood Nights is also coming back. This is the third year. Okay. And dates for those, I'll go by this really quick. So November 8th, 15th, 17th, 22nd, 24th, 29th. December 1st, 6th, 10th, 13th, 17th, 20th, and 22nd. So it actually goes a little bit later than the Christmas party at Magic Kingdom. Tickets, same thing as the Christmas party, July 16th for resort guests, July 22nd for everybody else. And this is new this year. This is a little bit of new stuff for this year. Entry is as early as 5:30.
That's okay. When they do it, was it 7?
I believe it was 6 last year.
Okay.
I think it was a little bit earlier this year than it was last year. So you have 2 hours before the official party starts to get in with your party ticket. Now, if you already have a regular park ticket for entry into the park, or you have like an annual pass, you can get in whenever. But that's when they're going to start distributing wristbands. Is probably about 5:30, maybe earlier, because last year, remember, they had ran into that issue where there's so many people wanting wristbands, they were lining up for them.
Well, I feel like last year was better than the first year.
Or was it the first year?
The first year, I think, was the one that was a big mess.
Yeah.
Last year was much smoother.
That is true. It did go smooth.
I will say we went to the first one and the second one. The first one was kind of a disaster.
It was
But the second one in the next year was a better party. I still don't think it was worth the price they were charging for it, but it was an improved party, to give them credit.
Well, this now it's 5 hours, just like the Christmas party is.
Which is good.
Which is good, and that was the same thing as last year too. The Miguel from Acoko will join the holiday fiesta in La Cal, which is moving over by Rock and Roller Coaster. It keeps moving every year. There's going to be a specialty menu coming to Backlot Express. Both in the new shows, The Little Mermaid and Villains, will be open. And new merchandise, including a new Spirit jersey, there's going to be debuting. And I think they're going to have a lot more merchandise because the first year there was a pin. Was it a pen, maybe? And a T-shirt?
I don't recall. I don't really keep up on the merchandise.
No, but like that was the thing. Everyone was like, that's all you got?
Yeah.
And then last year was like a shirt, a Spirit jersey, a pin, a picture frame, like an ornament. There's a few things, but they're going to have more this year.
Okay.
So,
is the ice skating coming back?
yes.
That's good. I actually thought that show was decent for what it was.
Yes. All the shows are coming back just like they were. I don't remember. I think they mentioned everything. Yeah. So we'll go over that. We'll go over that later, closer to when it debuts.
And the pricing is essentially they're keeping it the same as the Halloween parties, basically.
Kind of. So like for I want to say, I think it's $169 for Jollywood Nights to $229 on the higher end,
Okay.
which I think is $10 more than last year.
Yeah.
I think they're capping it at $229 for the parties in general this year.
For this year.
I think.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know pricing for every date until it's released on the 16th.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also have Festival of the Holidays. That's going to run November 28th through December 30th, and that takes place at Epcot. And then you have Sunset Seasons Greetings at Hollywood Studios, Merry Menagerie at Animal Kingdom, Christmas Tree Stroll at Disney Springs. They also have attraction overlays they're going to do. Did they say which ones specifically?
Always Jingle Cruise.
Well, Jingle. Are there any like new ones that they don't do normally?
No, there's that one, and there's the Glimmering Greenhouses and Living with the Land.
Okay.
That's the other one. And then they do the ones for the Christmas party too. So
yeah. And then you got special food and drink offerings, and then there's a lot more things that I'm sure they'll announce more details on. So
and there's more things that we didn't even mention tonight because we'd be here forever. But one thing that's not coming back and will probably never come back because I think they want to see me cry is the Castle Dreamlights. They're not returning.
They should, but
returning.
I've been saying this for years. They're not going to.
No.
Because it's just easier to put up the projection stuff to do that. But I do think things, and we've talked about it before, I think little things like this would add a lot more personality and things to the park. And I think that it was really cool when they did that to the castle.
Yeah. It was really cool. And then they decided, you know what, we're just going to project everything.
Yeah. It's kind of like just taking AI and putting it on the castle and being like, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We got it for when we had it, and we have some beautiful pictures and beautiful memories.
You know what I miss more as time has gone on? And it doesn't actually have anything to do with how much I don't like Galaxy's Edge, but I miss Osborne Family Lights.
Oh my gosh. You and like 17 million people.
It was
so good.
I didn't appreciate it at the time. But and we still see it most of the time because they have it in Silver Dollar City now. Mm-hmm. And it is such a cool thing. And like, it was just such a unique, like I remember the first time I saw it, it was just a very unique feeling I haven't had really in a theme park since then around the Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw them last year.
At Silver Dollar City.
Yes.
Yeah. We've seen them like the last 4 or 5 years because every time we go home to visit, like that's the nice thing about that park is like, my brother and his family had annual passes and they had like free passes they could get or discounted tickets and things like that. But I mean, Christmas time at Silver Dollar City is great. And I do miss the Osborne Family Lights. I do.
Yes. But that's all we're going to mention today. We will have a Christmas season preview episode coming out in November that will go into more detail about everything, but this is just kind of what they released the last couple days.
I mean, it's just now at past July 4th, I can't say I'm in the Christmas spirit at the moment, but
there's people already in Halloween mode, and I'm like, nope, I can't.
People get into Halloween mode very quickly.
I can't.
I don't know. Is that a
do
Florida thing? I didn't think it was much I didn't see this as much when we lived in Missouri, but I don't know if this is just a cultural thing or if it's just like kind of in Florida more.
I don't think it's just Florida. It's everywhere.
Because people down here like are already talking about stuff they're getting for Halloween. I'm like, it's just now July like 9th. Like, what are we doing?
I think the issue with here is that the temperature doesn't really change much between now and like September or October. I mean, it gets a little cooler, but not much. So like, it's like, well, we might as well just start celebrating now.
Well, I wondered if part of it was Florida just because the theme parks, you start Halloween in August. So that's why I was wondering if it's more of a Florida thing or if this is like kind of everywhere. But,
as soon as the 4th of July is over, they start putting out Halloween stuff.
Too soon.
It's just it's a retail thing.
I know it. I just don't have to like it.
I agree.
But I do enjoy fall more than Halloween. I think we talked this before. I'm not a huge Halloween person. I like some of the festivities around it, but I much more enjoy the fall season itself. Mm-hmm. And I think Halloween is part of that. But I can't say I'm like, insane about Halloween itself. But it's a good time though. But
that's fair.
But all right, next news story that we have is new lyrics are being added to It's a Small World in both Disneyland and Disney World.
Yes, so Richard Sherman, the late Richard Sherman, he was part of the brothers that they were the songwriting team.
The Sherman Brothers.
The Sherman Brothers that wrote the It's a Small World song. And then Richard added a third verse to it before he died. Like a parting gift, I guess. This verse will debut in the final scene on the ride on July 17th, which is the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. And the verse goes like this. Mother Earth unites us in heart and mind. I'm not singing, by the way.
Why not just sing?
No.
I'll give you a pitch.
I can't do it. Mother Earth unites us in heart and mind, and the love we give makes us humankind. Through our vast, wondrous land, when we stand hand in hand, it's a small world after all. So that's his last
Can
verse.
they change the way the Small World song goes, where it's not so like it's drilling into your brain and it haunts you for days after?
You know why? There's always a note being played. It's like da 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 da. It's like it's over.
Yeah, we can just stop right there. I'd like that song be in my head through a loop all night when I go to bed.
But it's like it's just constant. I think that's the issue.
No, I listen. I understand the historical relevance of it. I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The song. I've always said if you need information about somebody and you're interrogating them, just take that on that ride, and they don't get to get off till they tell you what they know.
Listen,
they'll tell you everything.
Listen, though, not our favorite ride. Obviously, I did ride it recently with my sister and her kids and my kids and all that stuff. It's fine, but this is a nice thing to add to a classic attraction.
I like the fact that actually Richard Sherman. They're not just interjecting a random verse in here. Like he actually wrote that.
Yeah.
And what's funny? I've actually come around.
Oh.
Here's the thing. I learn and I adapt over time.
Okay, hold on. Let me put my hand under my chin and listen intently here.
I've talked about before about how this Small World isn't the original and, like a Tangled ride we talked about. Mm-hmm. I think at this point, Small World stays. It's got historical relevance. Like, it's a classic. You can still do your Tangled ride because you can expand these parks beyond what they want to do. But I've actually come around being like, I no longer want it to be replaced.
Well, this is news to me, sir.
Maybe it's all the changes. It's like, I just don't like seeing all these historical relevant things being taken out of the parks.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So even if I don't personally enjoy the ride, I can understand it and say, you know what, though? That stays. Like, that's got some Disney legacy to it. Sherman Brothers, Walt Disney himself. That stays.
A year ago, 2 years ago, I would have said, well, they'll never touch it. They won't ever get rid of it.
That's the thing.
But they're getting rid of
I know, and that's the thing.
So I don't know.
I don't know what is not until, I mean.
Is anything like safe?
I think the only thing you can argue that is completely safe is the castle.
Is the castle.
But even then, I don't know how safe it is. I don't think they would get rid of it, but I don't think obviously they would change the colors. They've done that before. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like we can expand and add new offerings without having to take out some of these, things that have been with the park since it's been open, sort of thing.
Okay.
So I've changed a little bit.
You have changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people are going to call me a hypocrite, but just being honest here. So, but that is all the news that we have. But before we get to Jamie's review of Rosa Mexicano, just remind everybody, if you're looking for some great theme park apparel, pop culture apparel, go check out Capture the Magic Apparel, and that is our apparel company where we print all the shirts ourselves in-house. We don't use third-party printers. We design them ourselves. We ship them out to you. So they're the highest of quality, very comfortable shirts. And Jamie puts a lot of love in each package and sends them out to you. And we got some new designs in the shop, as always. And if you're a Club 32 member, you get a discount year-round. It's kind of like Black Friday for you all the time. But because of a listener here, you can also get a discount. And for this month, being that is our birthday month and the 4th of July, the promo code is birthday. And you get 20% off of your order by going to ctmapparelco.com. And you can also get free shipping if you order $49 or more. So you can get yourself some great shirts, very comfortable shirts that will last you for a long time. And, it's shirts that we wear constantly. And I basically, my whole wardrobe is just our shirts we wear. So they're very comfortable, last you a while, and they get some good theme park apparel. So you can go to ctmapparelco.com, use the promo code birthday, and get 20% off of your order. So, all right, well, let's get into Rosa Mexicano. So this is a restaurant that's inside the Dolphin on the first floor.
Yeah. So if you're walking like from the boat launch between Swan and Dolphin that goes, between Epcot and Hollywood Studios, if you're walking into the Dolphin that way, instead of going up the escalators, you just turn left and it's down the hallway and it's right there.
Easy enough.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this restaurant is classic Mexican, but like modernized, if you will. So
modern classic Mexican.
Yeah. So this is basically what it says about the restaurant. It says, take your senses on a culinary adventure to Mexico. Indulge in classic Mexican fare as well as elevated cuisine that showcases the bold flavors of Mexico, but uniquely reimagined. Every delectable dish is crafted with care to celebrate Mexican heritage and honor the culinary techniques, global explorations, and inspirations of Chef Josefina Howard, who founded the original Rosa Mexicano restaurant in New York in 1984. That's a great year, by the way. Great year.
Solid. 80s were solid.
It's my birth year.
I know.
So yeah, it's Mexican food, but it's upscale is basically how I would describe it. And the restaurant itself is very fancy. There's a bar. There is a lounge area as well. And the actual restaurant part, just like where just the restaurant is, there wasn't a lot of tables available, a lot of seating in it, but it's it's a good space. So
okay,
it's pretty.
All right. Got a good atmosphere to the restaurant.
Good atmosphere, modern atmosphere.
Dolphin and Swan and Dolphin have a lot of food options.
They do.
They it's like a low key good food resort.
Yes,
but it's also a convention resort, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, and they're always changing out stuff too. They got this one. They're changing out the Shula's is going to be that new. What is it? Mink.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Minka.
It's going to be another steakhouse, but yeah.
Yes.
And Shula's was very good.
Yeah.
Very high end. A lot of high end restaurants you can find over here in Swan and Dolphin area. But,
yes.
So they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And they also do have Mickey waffles.
They do have Mickey waffles.
So they have the important things down.
Yes. So if you want to make reservations for this, they only take dinner reservations. So keep that in mind.
Okay. And you guys had dinner here?
We did have dinner here. We did drive here, and you can valet. They will validate. So it will be free minus, tip or whatever. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
But if you're coming from Disney, your hotel to this place, the easiest, I don't know, I would probably just Uber.
That's usually the easiest way to do it.
Unless you're coming from the boardwalk or beach or yacht.
I mean, it depends. You can a lot of times tell them you're going to dinner and they'll
Skyliner.
let you park there or something like that. If you have a car, it depends on who's at the security place. It's not really always consistent, but
yeah. But again, if you have a car, just do valet.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just do valet. It's fine.
Very true.
But yeah, so it's easy to get in. It's kind of hard to navigate if you're driving. So if you go in through the lobby, then you have to go down the escalators to get there or take the elevators. But the signage for it is hard if you don't know where you're going.
They make it's like a hideaway.
It's
It's
interesting.
like a speakeasy Mexican restaurant. All right, so what? So you have it was a good mix of kids, adults eating here.
There were 10 of us.
That's a big party.
Yeah.
How did the service go with a bigger group? Because sometimes that's a little iffy.
Oh, this guy was good. This guy was good. So, some of the people in our party were 45 minutes late. So we sat there.
Who would that be?
For like 30 minutes while just waiting for them. But we had waters. We were getting like some appetizers like cheese dip and stuff like that, or queso or whatever. And he was, first of all, his name was Jordan, which is my sister's name. So right off the bat, those two were just BFFs. And he had it all down. Like he had been a server for years. Like he knew what he was doing. So it was great. The service was great.
So it wasn't an issue with a bigger party like sometimes it is?
No, not at all.
Good.
They didn't make us like feel like they weren't rushing us or anything because we were there for a while.
But this isn't a Disney run restaurant either.
No.
That's the strange thing with ever since COVID, the Disney restaurants, if you have a big party, I'm not going to say every time, but a lot of the times it becomes kind of a hassle.
Yeah, it wasn't this at all. They set the table for us just fine. Like it was great. He was great.
Okay.
He was awesome. Again, his name was Jordan. So if you want to eat there and be like, it was this guy, he was awesome.
Ask for Jordan.
Yeah. So the menu is fairly extensive, I would say. So that you can do tableside guacamole, which we did get. And I believe we got the bacon and cojita one, which is applewood smoked bacon, some chile sauce, and then crumbled quiote cheese on top of the actual guacamole.
I think that's cacio cheese.
Thank you. I always pronounce it wrong. I'm so sorry. And it was made first to order, obviously, right there. But I don't eat guacamole because I'm not an avocado person, but I heard it was really good.
You know what's
That's
strange?
all I can
don't
say.
feel like avocado has much of a flavor. I like it. It just doesn't have like a real. I don't know. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't have like much flavor, but it's a decent dipping thing.
Yeah, but like I said, we got that. We got some queso. It's 3 cheese blend, roasted tomato, pickled jalapeno with warm corn tortilla chips, and it was pretty spicy. So was the salsa they give you because they give you chips and salsa at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good too. It wasn't too bad.
Was the queso good?
It was okay.
Not the best.
It wasn't
you've
my
ever
favorite.
Had. Okay.
Wasn't my favorite, and nothing was wrong with it. It was just like, oh, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
So they have tacos. They have, gosh, there's so many words that I cannot pronounce.
Let me do it. I'm good with
No.
words. No, I'm doing it. Which one do you want to pronounce?
Oh no, I'm not going to make you do that.
No,
Absolutely not.
I will openly. I will do this.
Carnitas. They have tapiquena. I don't know.
Wait, where are you at? I'll read.
I'm
it.
on the mains issue. Part.
You moved on to the main. That's
They have ribeye. They have lobster. The stuffed lobster.
I think what you mean is
Enchilada.
camarons al
gosh.
mojo de ajo.
My ears are bleeding.
That was perfect Spanish.
No. They have enchiladas. You can do a la carte, bunch of sides. So, I mean, they have quite an extensive menu. So, what I got was the chopped cheeseburger tacos.
Okay.
Okay, and these were $20, and it came with 3. And I got rice and beans with it. I'm not a beans person, but the rice was really good. It was just like Mexican rice. It was really good. So this was ground chuck, bacon, queso, poblano peppers, tomato, onion, shredded lettuce, ketchup, mayonnaise, flour tortillas. And
okay, before you go on, I'm just gonna say mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise, but mayonnaise in a taco seems odd.
so I couldn't taste the mayonnaise.
Well,
I really
They
couldn't.
didn't give you enough mayonnaise.
What I mainly tasted was the ketchup, the ground chuck, and the bacon. Those are the main 3 things that I was tasting. So when they say this is a cheeseburger taco, it tasted exactly like that.
So is it good?
It was interesting. It kind of gave me, I don't know. It was okay. Like it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite tacos I've ever had. I may not do that next time. if I go here again.
Right.
I don't think I would order those.
How many tacos did you get?
You get 3. And they're smaller, on the smaller size. I mean, I did eat the whole thing. So like it was okay. I just wasn't like my favorite thing. Well, like my mom, she got the beef brisket enchiladas, which she said were really good. So again, probably should have gotten that. And then my brother, he got the Camarons al mojo de ajo, the thing you were saying.
Yeah, Camarón al mojo de ajo.
It's basically
Exactly how I said. Yeah,
it's basically jumbo shrimp, chorizo, fideo noodles, avocado, and then lobster butter sauce. And actually, him and somebody else at the table got the same thing. And I did try that, and that was good. That was very good. So highly recommend that dish. And then my sister got a bunch of sides and just mixed them together.
That sounds nothing like
that
your
is so you.
Little backstory on your sister. She basically only eats side dishes.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So we got street corn. You got to think of street corn.
How was the street corn?
The best street corn I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was so good. She had it right in front of me because I was sitting next to her, and I ate like half of it. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. She's like, it's fine. I have all this food. Because she had that. She had plantains. She had rice. She had one more other thing. And I was like, okay. She just wanted like a lot to try, I guess. And yeah, she's funny. But anyway, best street corn I've ever had.
Okay.
Best street corn I've ever had. And then I think the kids had like mac and cheese and chicken strips. They have the basic like kids fare you would expect.
Right.
And then somebody else got like flautas for their meal instead of just the chicken flautas, which is like a starter. But it's fried corn tortillas filled with pulled all natural chicken, shaved cabbage, crema, queso fresco, tomatilla, and avocado salsa. And they said it was really good.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, everybody there's a couple people that shared. My sister did the sides. I think my parents got the same thing. So like we kind of all had different, like, got to try one of each. And for the most part, the meal was really good. I mean, like, I would probably go here again. I just wouldn't get what I got, which is the cheeseburger tacos.
Okay.
Sounded great when I ordered it.
Yeah, I mean, cheeseburger tacos is an itch. I feel like that's something Taco Bell would do.
Yeah.
And it would probably be delicious.
Honestly, yeah.
Because it'd be with a side of like Baja Mountain Dew, and you're like, that's just
Yeah.
This is the peak of Mexican fare right here.
Yeah.
Baja Mountain Dew and some new concoction Taco Bell has.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, there's a lot to choose from, and this is like kind of a upscale place. It's not like super fancy. Like I was wearing like parkwear. You know,
you are it is a restaurant in a theme park setting. So yeah,
that's what I was wearing because we were going to Magic Kingdom right after that. But anyway, so yeah, it was an enjoyable dinner. We didn't do like dessert or anything, which we should have. They have like really good churros apparently. So like darn it, but we were running out of time.
Makes sense. Okay, so what would you give it? Like 1 to 10? Would you, like you said, you'd come back here again? But
yeah, I would come back here again. And I would just get different stuff for myself. Definitely the street corn.
Yeah,
I would get that again. Yeah, I'll give it like an 8.
Okay.
I would give it like an 8. Like, and the prices are like high-ish, but they're not unreasonable. Like they're not more than Disney. Or like I think actually they're cheaper than Disney.
They're not
to be honest.
insane. I mean, if you look at they've got, I mean, the ribeye is 72, but that's a ribeye. You're going to pay a lot of money
and it's 22 ounces.
It's a big ribeye.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And then you can get like the crab meat stuffed lobster. It's $89. So obviously you can buy, more expensive stuff, but like, yeah, it's just.
I mean, for the most part, being on a theme park property, even like a hotel property anymore. I mean, even if you're not staying on Disney or anything, like a lot of times these restaurants inside these hotels, like it's kind of about the pricing. You'll see like quesadilla, $16. Like that's kind of like stuff like that is where I kind of gauge how expensive a restaurant is like like a burger, quesadillas, like stuff like that. Where does it set? If it's under $20, it's kind of like average pricing, I'd say, in like a sit down restaurant when it comes to like a theme park setting.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was good. I'll just order something different next time.
So everybody else enjoyed it as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone was pretty.
Is it worth a special trip over here, or just like if you're staying at the Dolphin, it's like an option there?
Ooh, good question. So if you're near there, I would say it's a good option. I don't know if I would go out of my way to come here.
Yeah. I know some people go way out of their way to go like, well, Shula's, but whatever's going to go in there. Like Shula's, for though, is a very high end like steakhouse.
Yeah.
So I know people have done that, but I think what you're describing this is like if you're around it, it's a good option, but it's not necessarily like if you're in Animal Kingdom, not making a special trip over here would be like worth it for that.
Right. And I don't know how popular it is because we were looking at reservations for 10 people a couple of days before we were there, and it was one of the few.
It probably depends on if there's a convention going on.
Maybe.
Like when we were there.
There's always a convention.
Well, there is, but like we were there when my brother was there and his wife had her convention going on. Like everything was busy. So if there's like a big convention going on, obviously it'd be busier. So I think a lot of the traffic they get here is from the convention crowd. I would be very curious how much of it is actual theme park crowds coming into the restaurants here. But
it felt mostly conventioners. Yeah.
You can kind of tell them. A lot of speakerphone talk conversations.
A lot of people sitting at a bar discussing business.
I've noticed this so many times over the years is like, if there's a convention going on, is there's just multiple speakerphone conversations happening. And you're like, what is, oh, it's a convention.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a memo that went out and they're like, listen, you guys have to answer your phones on speakerphone.
Right. If you're a certain age and you're certain like thing you're talking about, you have to have it on a speakerphone.
I feel like
it's required.
I feel like there's some sort of like, you always have these gurus talking about the things you got to do. I feel like there was some guru out there that was like, it's a power move to hold your conversations in speakerphone if you want to do real business. But I have noticed that, but yeah.
I mean, I know why my parents do it. It's because they can't hear very well.
Well, there's that.
So that's why they do speakerphone.
When your parents get phone calls, we all become part of the conversation.
It's wonderful.
Your dad will hang up the phone and I'll be like, oh, that seemed like a nice guy.
Like, so, should we discuss what you just talked about? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, how'd you hear about that? Like, everybody heard about what you were talking about. But all right. Well, is there anything else you want to add about the restaurant?
No. I mean, I'm glad to have another Mexican food option.
Yeah.
Because other than like Mexico in Epcot and like Pecos Bills, I can't think of other Mexican food options like on property.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
Because I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, the Mexico Pavilion has, 2, I guess 3 places you can eat there. And then Pecos Bills and Magic Kingdom. I couldn't think of anything at Hollywood Studios that was like Mexican food.
There's not a lot. That's
no.
For sure. Although they do have a great thing on this menu, which probably solves a lot of the ills of anything you had, is they have a let us pour queso on anything for you for $5.
Oh my gosh, I did not see that.
I mean,
that's so funny.
If you get a dish that's not so good, much like mayo on a burger, queso can solve a lot of problems.
That is so
Actually,
funny.
I should rephrase that. It's kind of like ranch. If it's like bad pizza, it can kind of fix that.
Just put cheese on it.
Yeah, just put some queso on it and you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that will do it for that review, and that'll do it for this episode.
Okay.
Be sure, before we go, check us out on social media. We're at Captain Magic everywhere, including YouTube, where I do daily videos over there about theme parks and pop culture. and just hit over 13,100 subs or something like that. So it's growing very well. And then there will be a live stream this when this actually comes out, the night of Thursday night. Going to do a live stream with some of the Orange Grove 55 guys for another live stream of theme parking. Those are always fun to do. And of course, we have the video versions of this show over on CTM Podcast on YouTube as well. And then we have other shows on the network. We have the CTM Universal show. We do that those come out on Mondays. You can check those out where we talk about Universal Studios and all the things going on over there. Then Jamie has Trip Tales, which is her trip report show. And when's the next one there coming out?
Let's see. She's currently on her trip right now. So it should be not this coming Monday, but the next one.
Okay.
And if you have a trip coming up and you would like to be on Trip Tales as a future guest, please go to ctmtriptales.com, fill out the information about your trip, and I will contact you if I'm interested in having you on the show.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And if you like what we do around here, want to help contribute to the show, keep the lights on, keep the internet going, you can look at joining Club 32, and that's our private group, where if Club 33 is a little bit too expensive for you, if you don't have an extra $50,000 a year laying around that you want to join a club with, you can join Club 32. A little cheaper there. And we have some additional content. We have the Clubhouse show. We have weekly live streams. We have a private podcast feed where all the content goes on there, plus music loops that you can find that people like to listen to about in all the parks. So if you just want to listen to some Epcot entrance music for an hour and a half, it's on there. You can do that. We also have a private Facebook group. We have 20% off of CTM apparel and 1901 Candle Company products year-round. And we have meetups twice a year you can take a part of. Those are always a really good time. People are getting ready for the next one coming up that we have in September.
Yes.
That we're going to do. So if you want to join, you're more than welcome to come to those. Those are always a lot of fun. And and the group's a really good resource if you got questions, if you're wondering about if something worth it or a plan or a restaurant go eat at or something. People in that group, including ourselves, go to the parks a lot, so we can help answer those questions and help you plan a better trip. It's a good resource for that. Yeah. And of course, it's just a good time. We get to interact a bit more in there, and then the live stream's always fun. And who knows what we end up talking about half the time. It's just fun. And
you can make lifelong friends in there because people have.
It's very true. There have. And we've met some of the parents of the people in there. That's always fun to meet them, and very nice people. So it's a good group, very welcoming group. So
yes.
If you're curious about that and you want to go join there, you can go to ctmvip.com. We have monthly or yearly options. And if you do a yearly subscription, you can get a free t-shirt as well. So you get something for free kind of either way there. By the way, if you'd like to join again, ctmvip.com. And if you'd like to join, we would love to have you. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for the show. So thank you, everybody, for listening and or watching. And thank you, Jamie, for joining us.
Thank you.
And as Jamie always likes to say,
we will see you in the parks.
Bye.